to Fixing It Up with Sandra. In case you're new here, I'm Sandra, and it feels so good to be back. Oh my gosh, I got my COVID shot or my COVID vaccine, the Moderna shot on Monday. Oh wow, it rocked my world. But I'm super happy to be back, feeling great. And I have a video for you. Now, this is going to be it's going to be a pricing video. I'm going to talk to you about room sprays. Now, I know I've done a tutorial. If you haven't seen it, you can go back into my video playlist and see the one that I have for room sprays. And because they're relatively easy to do, I think it would be great to kind of show you how I price them out, how you can make money off of this, and really have fun with it, because I personally am a fragrancy kind of a person. I'm obsessed with perfumes, all of that good stuff. Anything that's smelly good, I'm obsessed with. So I always love making my favorite fragrance into a room spray. And like I said, this can be budget friendly. And you can make an income off of this. And this is why I want to show you what I'm doing in case you've ever thought about it or you've never thought about it and you're like, wait, what? I'm going to show you the things that you're going to need, kind of break it down to you, like how to price it and how you can get started with a room spray business, because this is actually really fun. So I have my table set up. I've got my pricing list here. I've got my notes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down just a little so we can still connect, but you can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so we are going to kind of do like this weird little angle here because I want to be able to like connect with you guys and then also talk about some of the stuff that I have right here in front of me. So these are room and linen sprays. I do sell these in my store. They're actually pretty popular, to my great surprise. And I'm starting to upload them onto my Etsy store. So the way that I did this is that I go onto this Wholesale Supply Plus and purchase all of my ingredients except for the water and the fragrance oil, which you can actually do on Wholesale Supply Plus. You can also use essential oils if that is something that you're into. However, the calculations that I'm gonna give you is for fragrance oils. I wanna be very clear. Fragrance oils and essential oils are completely different. You need to calculate your fragrance oils accordingly. On Wholesale Supply Plus, their website, they do have essential oil calculators and all of that good stuff, so where you can make sure that you're not overusing the essential oils, because they can become dangerous. So I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that, and so can fragrance oils, but I already have that calculated out because that is something that I love to use. So I go on to Wholesale Supply Plus and I've been purchasing aluminum containers right here. So this is what my room sprays used to look like. They also used to have double labels. I've changed a lot of things since then, but this is my tester. This is what I have at home. So this is an aluminum bottle with a clear spray cap. I love this. This was just something that I was like, okay, I just started out with it. Now I am switching over to these these shiny black plastic containers. They are still very good quality with a black spray nozzle right here. And then I went to a single label, and it's the 3x3 glossy label that I purchased from Avery. I'll do a little bit, I'll do closer up when I go into the label information. So as you can see, these are two very different products. I personally loved this bottle. They both are the same weight. They both hold 4 ounces. I know it's kind of weird, but this is shorter and round and wider. But I love the way my label sits on here and pops. I didn't like all of this empty space right here. I just wanted something just more sleek when it came to my room spray. So I really just love this. It is also better cost effective. When I'm about to go into how I break everything down, but I just wanted to show you the changes that I'm making. So I went to this, and I do have a few of these left. I'm just gonna, roll with this one until they're done, and then we're gonna go ahead and go with this. So that's what you need. You're gonna need a container, a spray nozzle, and a label for sure. That is what you're gonna need to at least put your product out there for people to buy. Like, this is what it's gonna have to look like. Now, the ingredients that you're gonna need, okay, is a fragrance or essential oil. You're gonna need water. I use, what is this? This is distilled water. I just use distilled water that you can pick up from Safeway or something like that. You're gonna need polysorbate 20. That actually helps the oils bind with the water. So if you don't put the polysorbate 20 together, in this recipe, it's just gonna float on top of each other, not actually mix, So that's why you need the polysorbate 20. You need it to in there, and it's just a very little bit. And I actually have, oh my gosh, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. This is the polysorbate 20 right here. And then you're also gonna need, it's a preservative. It makes sure that bacteria does not form in this container. And it's formally known as Germall Plus. When I Googled it, again, I get it all on Wholesale Supply Plus. It says preservative, but that's what it is. And I buy it in the 2-ounce container because once you get a little bit higher than that, it does become pricey. Obviously you get a better price per ounce or per gram or whatever it is, but I just can't afford it at this time. So I have to pay the bigger price, but I also buy it a little bit, but a little goes a long way. So I will be ordering more of that in that size. Now, those are the 4 ingredients that you're going to use. Now, I use fragrance oils from different candle companies that are skin safe, candle safe. I'm able to put them in my room sprays. And 2 of my very favorite, I'm gonna say 3. So 3 of my very favorite fragrance oil companies. I have not purchased anything from Wholesale Supply Plus, only because I'm a candle maker at heart, and that's where I started buying my candle or my fragrance oils from reputable candle supply companies. So that's why I've just stuck with it. I like Candle Science. I absolutely love Candle Science. I think they're amazing. I also love Sierra Candle Supply. Their fragrance oils are incredible. And Aztec, that Aztec Candle Company. Those are my 3 go-tos. There are a few other ones that I actually really like Flaming Candle. Love them. But I'm just my heart is with those 3. So here's what I do. This is how you break it down. So you have your recipe, and my recipe is a 5 container recipe. You can break it down to 1. I did find this recipe on YouTube and just have stuck with it. I absolutely love it. But what I do to make sure that I'm actually making a profit off of these room sprays, let's get closer because I want to tell you exactly how to, and this applies to anything else that you are making like this, whether it be a candle, a bath bomb, a soap, anything like that. I'm going to tell you how to break your price down to make sure that you are actually making a profit, that you are not just you're breaking even. So let's go into that. So now I'm just going to show you. So we have the completed, we've got our 4 ingredients in here. We've got our labels, everything like that. So here's what I do. So like I said, my recipe is for 5 room sprays. I break it down to where I've got the recipe for 1, okay? What you need to do to make sure that you are making a profit off of this, because that's basically the reason why anybody's in business, I would hope. So first you need the breakdown of the label, okay? Now, when people are like, well, I like the aluminum bottle, why don't you just buy a bigger label instead of, going to the black one? Well, first of all, this 3x3 label, I use it on my candles. I use it in so many different ways that I don't want to have to buy a whole nother set of labels just to do a room spray, because I'm trying to keep this as cost effective as possible, because my cost has to be passed on to the customer, which I hate doing. I hate raising my prices. So that's why I price things the way that I do. So I don't have to raise them all the time. Okay, so I stick with my 3x3 label because it's a universal label that I use in my business. So that's why I had to go with a smaller bottle. So make sure that whenever you order your batch of labels, you literally got to break it down to where you know exactly what each label cost. So I know that each label right here, this 3x3 Avery label, the way that I purchased it, because I believe I got 1,200 of them for like 30 something. I don't know. Math people don't be like, oh wait, then she paid this. All I know is, because I already have it on my spreadsheet, is that each label for me, let's see, is 13 cents. And I know people are like, 13 cents. Yes, 13 cents for a glossy 3x3 label. And so that goes into my cost. Then I have to break down what every container costs. Now, if you are buying product and there is shipping, you must include that shipping price into your product pricing, because shipping is part of the price. Like, we have to pay that. So thankfully, with Wholesale Supply Plus, if you buy over $25 worth of product, you do not have to pay shipping. I have my resale license, so then I don't pay taxes. So that's on that. I still have to pay tax when I sell you something, so I don't get out of taxes. So then this bottle is 40 cents, whereas this bottle is 69 cents per, okay? That's not including the cap. That's just the bottle. See the difference? It's 20 cents. And I know a lot of people are like, 20 cents, that doesn't mean anything. Listen. So this is 40 cents for the bottle, okay? So we've got the 13 cents, we got the 40 cents. Now we got to go to our cap. The cap is about 27 cents per each one, okay? So then now you got to tack that on, okay? Now you've got to do your Germo Plus, your polysorbate there is math, and I'm telling you, I am not a math person, but you literally have to break down this entire bottle. I go by grams. Grams is the easiest way to do that. So it's 1 pound, that's 16 ounces. 16 ounces, you want to break that down into grams, because that's where you can get real low. You can get almost pretty accurate. So I know that 16 ounces, which is a pound, is 454 grams. I know that because I buy a lot of pounds when it comes to my fragrance oils. So I know that that is 454 grams. So whatever the price is that you pay for this, that's what you get. Like, divide your price into the 454. That will break it down per gram. Then how many grams are you using this in your recipe? I know it's a lot. Believe me. Like I said, I am not a math person. So I was like, wait, what? So that's what you have to do. You literally have to break this down into like what it costs per gram. I do that with this. I do that with this. I do that with everything. Everything goes into grams. So with that, my cost is, it is for the preservative, it is 0.5, it's 5 cents per gram. And that's what it is in my recipe. I only use 1 gram in my, right here. That's it. 1 gram is in here. And then for my polysorbate 20, there is 4 cents in here. Okay. So the label and the bottle is basically like the materials is what's really expensive. I've got the water. The water is 38 cents. So it basically, for 1 container, it comes down to $1.61. Okay. That's how much it costs to make this. What do I sell it for? I sell it for $7. Here's the thing. You're probably going, holy crap, she makes all that money off of just, $1.60. No. So what I do is I give myself a pay per bottle that I make. I'm like, you know what? I'll give myself 15 cents. Why 15 cents? because they're relatively, for me, easy to make. So I'm not going to do like a really big price. And I'm thinking per bottle. So like 15 cents is a lot to me per bottle. So I'm like, okay, my time is valuable. So it takes me it's going to cost you 15 cents for me to make this. Okay. Again, I know people are like, you're talking pennies here. Not so much. So what this will cost me is $1.76 to make. Bottom line. Okay. So if you sell this for $1.76, you make no money. All you do is you make enough money to turn around and rebuy the stuff all over again. That's it. That's all you make. You'll never make a profit. You'll be on that hamster wheel just running and wondering, why don't I make any money? And then heaven forbid you get a discount. Heaven forbid you sell it somewhere where you have to pay to set up a booth, pay for rent space or anything like that, because then that comes deducted out of this. And you're already you don't have any wiggle room to lose any money, or else then you're actually losing money on this. So wholesale. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I had no idea at the age of 41 what wholesale meant. I had never even crossed my little mind. When my friend was like, oh yeah, I wanna buy some wholesale. And I'm like, what the fuck is wholesale? It's like, what is that? Wholesale is what it cost you to make this. And if you have insurance for your company, you need to break your insurance down into the pricing of this. I do not for this, so it's fine. I don't have to do that yet. So I have just my basic plus my hourly wage. Okay. So wholesale is when you times the basic cost times 2. Okay. So that's $3.52. So that's the bare minimum that you would sell it to a company for them then to resell. Okay. So that is what wholesale cost is. That allows the other company to make money off of your product. Okay. So then, yeah, you make a little profit. You're able to sell a bunch. So that's nice. But what I do is that so my $1.76, obviously I sell it for $7. That is 4 times the original cost. Here's why. If I decide to do a sale, I'm able to do a sale. I don't have to worry, am I losing money? Where is this extra money that I'm not going to be charging? Where am I going to miss out? I still need to make a profit. I still have to make a profit. I also work in a store that takes 15% of every sale. So I have to think, okay, I have to make sure that I have that cushion for the store owner to take their 15% and for me to still make a profit. If I decide to do a sale, have the person take 15%, gotta pay taxes too. You gotta pay taxes. You gotta figure all of that in. What do you truly make after that? And so, and taxes are different in every state. So that's why I'm not even going to go into that. Yeah, so you pay, when you get money for this, you still have to, at the end of the year, pay the taxes. So you have to make sure that you have enough wiggle room to still make a profit while having a successful business. This does not mean that you price gouge your product. Be reasonable about it. 4 times the cost is not like crazy. And also with my fragrance oils, these prices tend to fluctuate. With this, these prices tend to fluctuate. Like this, every fragrance oil isn't the same. They vary in price. They range from $18 up to $29. This product fluctuates. This fluctuates, these fluctuate, labels fluctuate. If you are the person that doesn't want to be raising your prices every single time you go to make a purchase, especially right now, like I've noticed like a lot of prices are, rising. And because I do the 4 times my product, I don't have to raise the price every time I go to order. I'm not going, oh my gosh, my fragrance oil went up 10 cents or $1 and now I have to readjust everything. I can still keep my prices unless it's a drastic change, relatively the same. Like I don't have to raise prices because I've left enough cushion between the wholesale cost. That's okay. Forget that this is what it cost you. Wholesale cost is now your new bottom line. Like that's it when it comes to selling your product. I now have enough cushion to, oh, my prices went up here. Oh, that went up here. Or I'm using a pricier fragrance oil or my labels, or whatever. You still have that cushion. Because remember, if you're doing like the vendor fairs, sometimes it's like, $30 to go set up your booth. So you're already $30 in the hole before you even sold anything. But your prices, like that cushion, will make up for it. Do you see what I'm saying? But that is how I price my room sprays. So $7 is not a crazy deal, a crazy amount for this because this is a quality product. I stand behind it 1000%. I use high quality fragrance oils. I use high quality containers, all of that good stuff. So that is how, in a nutshell, I price my room sprays. And I want you guys to see how, I know I just threw a lot of information at you really fast. So you might have to go back and rewatch this. Again, I feel comfortable answering questions about this right here. I feel very confident in it, I know what I'm doing. But I also use this method when it comes to my candles, my bath bombs, my soaps, pretty much a majority of the things that I make, because again, we all know prices change all the time. And you don't want to be that person where you're where, customers come in and they're like, well, she raised the prices. Well, she raised the prices. And you know what? If all of a sudden the prices dip and you're like, oh, I have a little wiggle room, that's when you can throw a sale and be like, you know what? Thank you. Let me pay it forward. And, today it's a buy one, get one free. You can do that kind of stuff because of the cushion that you created for yourself. And again, with this, you're going to start to see a profit because now not only can I rebuy my material for this, but I'm able to put, a few bucks into the bank. So that's how you want to build your brand, your business. That's just how I do it across the board. So now I was going to talk about labels. So before we end, I'm just going to keep throwing that information at you. So with my label sprays. So before I decided I was going to go glossy and single label because I wanted to make sure that this thing wrapped all the way around. I don't know why, but make sure that you go on to, I don't know if it's state by state. I know I just go onto the California labeling guideline. I just put in California, label laws and all that. And then I Google a lot of, room sprays and see what they have on their labels. But you always have to make sure that you have keep out of reach of pets and children, not for human consumption, do not use on pets or humans. It's an eye irritant. If contact with eye occurs, rinse thoroughly with water, safe on most fabrics, test small area, test a small area on fabric that cannot be seen before, when you spray. Some ingredients may cause color variations. Shake well before use. You must list all of your ingredients, 1000%. So that's what I have on my room sprays. All of the safety hazards, I do use, for the most part, skin safe fragrance. This is not a perfume at all. 1000%. This is not a perfume. But with mine, and again, if you have sensitive skin, please don't even attempt to do this. Well, don't, but anybody attempt to do this. But I use skin safe fragrance oils 99.9% of the time. There are some that are not, but because I have it labeled, do not use on skin, this is not a perfume. But for the most part, if you get it on your skin, unless you have severe allergies or anything like that, it should not irritate your skin. But always make sure that you label this very clearly, that you have all that information on here. Fit it on. That's the number one key on here. But yeah, I hope that I gave you some information that you can use to build a business, whether it would have been for the room sprays for, you know, whatever, wreaths, whatever. Although my wreath pricing is a little different. I'm going to be doing that video next. But this is my room spray. So now California Shores, I've been selling out like crazy. I absolutely love this smell. I have a new fragrance that I'm getting ready to release. It's called Sweet Summer. My goodness. I'm telling you, the two things that I absolutely love about summer is the smell of fresh cut grass. I like in my mind, okay, when I smell this, I'm thinking of like sitting on a porch in the South. You're like on this like vintage porch. You're like in a cute little wooden rocker. You got your ice cold lemonade or your ice cold iced tea. You're rocking. Somebody's mowing the lawn and you can just smell the heat and the water and it just smells incredible. And then there's like a breeze that comes through and you can smell the flowers. That's what I picture when I smell this. You know, it's just like, and it's almost like out of focus, like this vision that I have. It's like, you know, 50-50 out of focus to where you can just kind of see, you know, it's just, I have a crazy imagination, but that's what I smell. So I'm going to make this, and this is actually sweetgrass and violet. I'm telling you, if I could make this into a perfume, I'm like, can I? I can make it into a lotion. But I would walk around smelling like fresh cut grass, 1000%. Man, I absolutely love this. So this is going to be my new summertime, or I'm sorry, sweet summer fragrance oils. It will be on my Etsy store. I'm pouring, in fact, you guys can see, I'm pouring that like the second I get off here with you guys. But as always, you know, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I really hope that I'm passing on some useful information to you guys. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm still learning. Nothing that I say is set in stone. I just want to make that very clear. These are all my opinions. This is how I price. None of this is law, except for the labels. You do have to make sure that you know, at least have 90 point something % of what I have on my labels on your labels, but always check state by state. But yeah, so this is just my thing on how I do my room sprays. But if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please let me know that you guys like this kind of content and I'll keep giving it to you. And of course, if you like the channel and you're just like wanting to hang out with me and blah, 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 you know, hit that subscribe button and tell your friends. And don't forget, we are still doing the giveaway. We have a couple more days, so you definitely want to hit that subscribe button and share with your friends. If you think that this, you know, tutorial was very informative, hit that share button. Let's grow the community. I'm so excited that it is growing. I just love it. I swear, like I am making some awesome friends. It's just been incredible. And I do want to say thank you guys so much for all of the well wishes when I was dealing with my vaccine, like loopiness. Thank you guys so much. I saw it all and I was just like, ugh. I was like, thank you. But I just want to say thank you now that I'm all better. So, all right, that's it for today. I've got a couple of projects sitting right down there. So we're going to be tutorialing it today. So you're going to see me again very soon. Have a fabulous, fabulous day.